Let's play a game. What's small, slow, and loses value every year, yet everyone tells you it's the smart thing to do? Nope, not your printer. It's saving money the old-fashioned way. And before you come at me with your budgeting spreadsheets and that proud little emergency fund, hold up. We're not saying saving is bad. We're saying there's a trap most people fall into when they only save like it's 1982. Let me introduce you to Ava. Ava's the kind of person who follows all the rules. She doesn't splurge. She meal preps like a ninja. She has a spreadsheet named Budgetmaster 3000 and color codes her expenses with the enthusiasm of a Pinterest mom. And every month, she proudly moves $500 into her savings account, not investing it, just parking it. Because that's what she was taught. Save your money. Don't take risks. Keep it safe in the bank. But here's the plot twist. Ava's been doing this for 5 years. She saved $30,000, felt like a champ, until she realized something weird. Her $30,000? It was actually worth less than when she started. Not because someone stole it, because inflation did. Yep, the sneaky money gremlin that quietly eats away at your purchasing power like termites in a wooden chair. Ava did everything right. She saved, she sacrificed, she said no to fun stuff. But inflation said Lowell, and quietly took 15 to 20% of her money's value over 5 years. She could still see the same numbers in her bank account, but those numbers bought less gas, fewer groceries, and definitely a smaller iced coffee than before. It's like your money slowly evaporates, but no one tells you until you try to buy a couch and realize it's now the price of a used car. Now here's the kicker. While Ava was saving in a basic savings account earning 0.01%, inflation was rising at 3 to 6%. Her money wasn't growing, it was shrinking. It's like trying to fill a bathtub with the faucet on and the drain wide open. And this, my friend, is the trap. We're taught to save, but we're not taught to think about what happens to saved money over time. Ava thought saving was the goal. Turns out it's just step one. She was protecting her money from risk. But no one told her about invisible risk, the one that doesn't crash markets or steal headlines, but slowly erodes your wealth while you're busy feeling responsible. It's like saving for winter, but instead of putting your food in the freezer, you left it outside in July and hoped the weather stayed cool. Now, Ava's not dumb, far from it. She did what everyone told her to do. But when she started to actually calculate what her money could have done, that's when the light bulb exploded. Let's say instead of keeping her $500 per month in a savings account earning 0.1%, she put it into a simple index fund earning an average of 8% a year. Same $500 a month for 5 years? That turns into roughly $36,000. Her savings account? Barely over $3,100 if the bank was feeling generous. That's almost a $6,000 difference, $6 grand. Same monthly habit, just placed differently. Now imagine doing that for 10 years, or 20. By the time she's ready to buy a house or retire early or finally get that backyard pizza oven, her safe strategy will have cost her tens of thousands of dollars in missed growth. And that's the cost nobody sees. Because here's the truth most people don't want to say out loud. Saving is not the finish line. It's the starting gate. The real goal isn't just keeping money safe. It's making sure your money is doing something while you sleep, eat, and scroll endlessly through TikTok. And the trick is knowing where to park your money depending on what it's for. Let's break it down. If Ava's saving for rent next month, or an emergency fund in case her cat swallows another shoelace, yes, high-yield savings account all day, because that's short-term, gotta be liquid cash. We don't mess with emergency money. That's sacred. But if she's saving for something years away, like a house, retirement, or buying a Taylor Swift ticket in 2032, that's long-term money. And long-term money needs to live in a place where it can grow, not wither. That could be a dividend-paying ETF, a broad index fund, even something simple like a robo-advisor portfolio. These are investments that grow over time and outpace inflation, like they're in a different race entirely. And here's what Ava learned next. You don't need to be rich to invest. You don't need a finance degree. You don't need to understand every acronym thrown around on CNBC. You just need to start with $10, with $50, with whatever you have after your essentials and emergency fund are covered. Because money that sits still shrinks. Money that moves multiplies. And Ava realized something else kind of wild. She thought risk was only in the stock market. But there's risk in not investing too. Every year you wait, inflation eats a little more. Every month your money just sits in a low-interest account. It's basically collecting dust in the digital attic. Meanwhile, people who invest, they don't panic about inflation. They profit from it. Because companies raise prices, revenues grow, and those profits flow to shareholders, aka people like Ava, if she's invested. Once that clicked, she changed her whole approach. She still saves, but now her savings has jobs. Some money is assigned to protect her today, the rest is assigned to build her tomorrow. She automated it. 10% of her paycheck goes to her savings account for rent, bills, and surprise cat disasters. Another 10% flows straight into her investment account. She doesn't even see it hit her checking account. It just goes, out of sight, but growing behind the scenes. Ava checks in once a month, not every day, because she knows this isn't a get-rich-quick thing. It's a build-rich slowly but surely thing. And here's the best part. When she finally looked at her investments after 1 year, they had grown faster than she expected. Not just because of market returns, but because she stayed consistent. Even when the market dipped, even when it was boring, even when it felt like her $50 per month was a drop in the ocean. And that consistency, that's where the magic is. Because you know what doesn't grow? Money in a checking account earning less than a gumball a year in interest. Which brings us back to the trap. The trap is thinking saving equals success. It's not. Saving without investing is like building a castle with no doors. Looks safe, feels secure, but you're stuck inside and the world moves on without you. Ava broke out of that trap. She stopped just saving and started growing. And now, her money's not just safe, it's working. So in conclusion, never save money like it's meant to stay stuck forever. Yes, saving is smart, but if you only save and never invest, your money slowly loses power over time. It's not about being risky, it's about being strategic. Put short-term money where it can be accessed. Put long-term money where it can grow. Because money should be more than quiet numbers in an account. It should be active, earning, multiplying. And when you shift from just saving to smart saving and investing, you stop working for money, and money starts working for you. If you want me to make other videos explaining these topics, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.